Hello Revolve, my name is Allana Davison and today I'm going to be showing you how to create the perfect makeup look to get you through any special occasion this summer using all of the products from Revolve Beauty. So I'm actually going to start off with the body because we've got a lot of exposed limbs in the summertime and we want to make sure that we are glowing everywhere, all over the body. And this NUDESTIX Nudebody Sunshine Oil Body Elixir is such a beautiful option to add a nice warm glow to the body. If you're headed out to a special occasion, perhaps you are a wedding guest, there's going to be lots of photos. So you can just apply that onto your arms, you can apply it onto your legs, and it'll just give you the most gorgeous sun-kissed glistening glow. And it also smells divine. And I'm actually going to put that on to start because my arms need a little love right now. All right, the limbs are glistening. Let's move on to the face. I love the amount of options that we have with mixing makeup and SPF, and I love to do that, especially when it comes to my base. And the heat in the summertime can be difficult to deal with. You want to be beautiful, you want to be glam, but you also need the makeup to last through that heat. Supergoop has so many amazing base products that mix in the SPF with your makeup. And using these Glowscreen SPF Drops is an amazing option to add a little bit of warmth and glow to the skin while also adding that extra layer of protection. I'm also just going to take a little bit of that with a brush and just apply that onto my neck to make sure that it's all seamless. Now, normally for my extra special occasion glam makeup looks, I usually opt for something with a little bit more coverage for my base, but because it's summertime, we might be out during the day, we're out in that bright summer sun, I still want to keep my base really nice and light. So maybe something that has some extra SPF in it for extra sun protection, it's a perfect option. The Tower 28 SunnyDays Tinted Moisturizer is one of my favorites. I've been using this for a very long time. Excellent for sensitive skin, totally undetectable on the skin, and it looks so good outside in the summer sun. It's got a good amount of coverage, but again, it's completely undetectable on the skin and it just adds such a gorgeous, natural, juicy layer. So I'm just gonna apply this on top. Make sure you're putting the products on the ears too, or that's gonna look really funny. So I'm actually gonna leave the base there for now and we're gonna move on to the eyes. Now, when it comes to doing eye makeup for a special occasion, I really don't want my eyes to get lost in the photos. I definitely wanna add some definition, but I also don't like my eye makeup to be too heavy because I feel like I just don't look like myself. So I always like to opt for a softer smoky eye. That's just always my go-to. Having a brown eyeliner is key when creating the perfect special occasion makeup. So there might be a bit of the base products on our eyes, but otherwise I'm going straight onto my eyelid without applying anything else. And I think that's okay. If you feel like you want to use a primer, you definitely can. I always just opt for an eyeliner that has some good setting and staying power. So I'm going to go straight in with the eyeliner. And I'm just going to use this to map out a general shape. I always think of my eyelid in thirds. So I'm working on the outer third and I'm just applying a little bit of definition there. And this is so creamy. It blends out like a dream. And I'm going to use a little blending brush to just work this into that outer third of the eyelid. And how you place your eye products and how you blend it out is going to depend on your eye shape. I personally like to keep any of the heavy products on this outer third. And even adding that is gonna make a huge difference. I also always keep a second brush on hand, just a clean blending brush to kind of go in between, especially if I add too much product, you can always just blend it away. And when you're using cream products, it's really easy to kind of build up those layers and build up the intensity as you go. I'm also gonna do the same on the lower lash line, but I'm just applying the liner to the outer third of the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take a small little shading brush and just blend that along. And then I'm going to switch to the other side of the pencil. This is the thinner, more precise side. And I'm just going to use that to build up the product on the lash line. And I'm only going to take this to about halfway along the lashes. Again, that's just a personal preference. But I'm just going to build up these layers on the lash line. I just put a little bit of liner, take the brush and smudge it out a little bit. And then if you really want to emphasize the lash line, you can also take a small precise brush just straight onto the liner and you can apply that right into the lashes just above the waterline. And already with just a little bit of that liner blended all over, like we have a complete eye look. And you also don't have to be really great at it. You can be messy and it will still create such a nice soft look. Now, if we want to set this in and make sure that it doesn't budge, we can always go in with our bronzer. This is my favorite hack ever. I always do it no matter what makeup I'm doing. Taking your powder bronzer, that's going to set in the eyeliner and also add a little wash of warmth. And I'm also going to do the same on the lower lash line. And now it wouldn't be a glam makeup look without a little bit of sparkle. So I'm going to take this Stila liquid eyeshadow. This one's in the shade Kitten Kaleidoscope. And I actually picked this one because it's got a little bit of a pink in it, so it matches my shirt nicely. And definitely take the outfit that you're wearing into consideration when choosing the shades of your makeup. That will also play a part. But I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my finger and just apply that right into the inner corner. Oh, look at that glow. Look at the shimmer. This paired with that chocolate brown. So pretty! Then we're going to apply our mascara, and this is the Pat McGrath Dark Star Mascara. Whenever I'm getting ready for a more special occasion, I want my makeup to appear more glam, I always opt for my ultra volumizing mascaras. If you're into waterproof mascara, you could also do that. I just can't do waterproof mascara, so I just cross my fingers and pray that it doesn't end up all over my face. Look at the difference. Oh, the difference a good mascara can make. Now, whenever I'm feeling a little bit of pressure when getting ready, then I will do my eyes before I do the rest of the makeup. In case anything goes awry, I haven't finished my face makeup, I haven't set anything in, and I can always go in and fix it. So if you finish your eyes, and you can kind of just finish the rest, and you might not put as much on your skin, which again, for the summertime is even better. And now to finish off the eyes, and this is the true pièce de résistance, and that's to go in with the lashes. Now, these are my favorite lashes of all time. These are the Swede no lash lashes, and I'm not a strip lash gal. I don't know how people do it. I see people, I have tried thousands and thousands of times. I'm an individual lash girly for life, and that is also the bane of my existence because it does take a long time to put these on. So you have to practice, you have to be patient, but oh baby, if you can put some lashes on, that will make the biggest difference in your makeup. But I'm basically gonna take these longer lashes and apply them onto the outer corner of my eyes, and then maybe a few little thin ones just closer to, but I only do that outer half of my lash line, giving that fluffy little cat eye effect. So I'm taking the lash out, dipping it in the glue, give it a second. Oh, I haven't done this in a long time. I'm nervous. This is good practice for the weddings that I have coming up. Do your best to line it up, and we're just gonna whoop, whoop, plop that on top. And it adds such nice volume. You can also do this before mascara, but I like to do it after, because sometimes if you apply the lashes before and then go in with mascara, you can take that mascara wand and just lift all of the individual lashes away. So far I've only applied 4 lashes, but you can see how much more volumizing and fluttery it instantly makes your eyes look. Ah, it's magical! I'm gonna go put the rest of these in, and then we'll magically cut to when it's done. Okay, magic. The lashes are applied. You guys, what a difference. What a difference. I haven't worn individual lashes in a minute, but beautiful. Okay, let's move on to the lips, because I've been really excited. I wanted to try this. We're gonna test this together, okay? So this is a peel off lip liner, which is why I wanna do it now, because you're supposed to let it sit for about 10 minutes. So we're gonna apply this before doing the rest of the face, and hopefully we'll have a magical little long lasting lip to wear. Okay, will I be able to draw my lips? Let's see. So I'm trying to line my lips with this, and then hopefully we'll be able to peel it off later. It just looks like I've drawn a little mustache on. I'm just gonna do the outside because I always see people peel it off in a clean line. So we're gonna let that sit and see how it goes. I'm scared, but I hope it works because the color looks perfect. I'm gonna go back in with our powder bronzer, and I'm actually gonna use this to set around my face. I'm not even wanting to go in with like too much extra concealer, so I kind of just wanna set the exterior parts of the face and leave it at that. Then we're gonna go in with blush, and this is the NUDESTIX Bareback blush. This is one of my most worn favorite blushes of all time. This was my wedding day blush, and I also just happen to think that it's the perfect special occasion blush, clearly. So I'm applying that right onto the tops of the cheeks, and I'm just gonna take that down across the nose, and that just gives the most natural looking flush. I'm obsessed with this color. Okay, it might seem like we're going in such a backwards, weird order of makeup, but I'm also trying to do this in an effort to use less on the base. So now I'm gonna go in with my concealer. This is a Tower 28 Serum Concealer. This is gonna be the perfect companion to the SunnyDays Tinted Moisturizer, and I'm actually just putting that onto my hand first. And then I'm gonna take my brush and just dip that into the product, because less is more, and we're gonna build up the layers. So just because we kind of doubled up on the base on the rest of the face, I actually feel like we have some really good coverage. So I'm not looking to add too much onto the rest of the face, but I just wanna brighten up this under eye area here. And also when we were applying our eyeshadow products onto our lower lash line, we're kind of concealing at the same time. So when it comes time to just adding a little bit more coverage, you find that you don't actually really need to use that much, which is so nice. I might put a little bit just right here on the chin, between the brows and kind of up onto the forehead here, just a little. And then I'm just blending that into where we applied the blush. You can always go back over with your blush brush just to softly marry those two products together again. And then we're gonna set with powder. This is the Charlotte Tilbury setting powder. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of that just into the center of my face, basically where we applied that concealer. We've already applied the bronzer around the rest of the face. And I just wanna make sure that this doesn't budge and that I don't look too oily on the center of my face. And finally, I'm gonna take some highlight. This is the NUDESTIX Bubbly Bebe highlight. Just take a little bit of that with my finger, and I'm gonna apply that right onto the tops of the cheeks here. Once you switch from powder to cream, it's really hard to go back. Little spritz of the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Just soak it all in. Okay, shall we try to peel it off? Wow, what a delight! I've been so excited to try this for so long. It is so easy. I'm sorry, these are just my lips dangling away. That's so funny. Okay, honestly, I thought it was gonna be a little bit deeper, but I actually don't mind the little kissable lips that we've got going on. But my plan was to just put the lip stain on and then go on top with a clear gloss, because that's such an easy lip to not have to worry about throughout the night or throughout said special occasion. No matter what you're eating, no matter what you're drinking, no matter how much you're sweating. So I will just go ahead and add a little bit of lip liner. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude, a classic. And I'll just line the lips a little bit more. But I think the impact of the stain is still enough. We still got a cute little glimpse of pink, little kissable pink lips. And with that, my friends, the makeup look is complete. This is my go-to extra special summery glam to get you through any special occasion that you have coming up in the warmth and the heat and the sun, and I hope you enjoyed it. All of the products that I used can be found on Revolve Beauty and will be linked in the description box down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the Revolve Beauty YouTube channel, and you can also find me on YouTube at Allana Davison. So thank you so much for being here and for watching. I hope you guys loved this makeup look, and we'll see you all in the next one. Bye!